Hi guys, we are here again with an exciting new video. Lies all kids tell their parents. Now, let's start with the good news. If your child is telling lies, it is because he or she is smarter than other kids. This is according to developmental psychologists who state that kids who deceive have higher verbal IQs and have better executive functioning skills. That's fantastic, right? Well, there is also the not so good part. They are probably so good at lying that they are even fooling you. During our research, we found a study that was published in the journal Law and Human Behavior. It states that adults are able to identify when a kid is lying to them just 47% of the time, which means that you are falling for their tall tales more than half the time. Today, we are going to see if we can change that. You might laugh at some of these, but there is bound to be one or two that will make you think, uh-oh, I think they got me that time. So please drop a like if you enjoy. I don't know. Coming in first in this list is one of the biggest lies in the book. They most definitely do know, but don't make the mistake of thinking that they are going to tell you. Especially when the outcome of doing so will clearly not be in their favor, kids will just continue to plead ignorance, because lying is by far the easiest way to get out of a scolding or a punishment. I didn't do it. Well, you're the parent. You know these kids better than anyone else. If you are asking, and you know they did it because your gut is saying so, then they did do it. You know it. This is one common lie that kids, as well as adults, say whenever they have made a mistake and don't want to own up to the responsibility. My brother or sister or imaginary friend did it. Again, they, that is, your child, most definitely did it. It really is very simple. He or she may involve another person altogether or even an imaginary friend. These kids choose to deflect the blame on a sibling as an easy out, especially if the sibling is much younger than them and is not able to speak. So what you are left with is a poor, unsuspecting person who can't defend himself. Or the dog. I ate my lunch that you packed. Well, that's just another one of his lies. In reality, your kid actually gave it to a friend in exchange for the latest video game or hockey card or headband or a nice shiny little bracelet. They may have starved for the entire day at school, but hey, they scored a really good deal. Or maybe they're the type you force feed. Then this is their only way out. They just came up with the perfect excuse to make moms feel happy while preventing them from resorting to force feeding. The food is probably in some garbage bag, especially since his friend's chips looked better than his peanut butter. I don't like you. Yes, they really don't, but only in the moment. This one is a perennial favorite among kids of all ages. It is meant to be a zinger that mom or dad can't bear to hear. It's supposed to be a tool to make parents feel bad and give in to demands. Funnily enough, parents often respond with, I don't care, or I don't like you either. I feel sick. Kids are smart. This statement is often precipitated by your child's realization that today might be a goof day to stay home from school and probably watch TV while being spoiled by their mother. While children are sometimes very eager to go to school, other times they come up with this excuse to try and get a day off. Or he may just be trying to avoid getting tangled in some trouble he caused. I finished my homework. Kids just hate doing homework, period. So it should not be a surprise to you that your child may lie about finishing their homework. Maybe they would rather go and play outside, or maybe they just really hate doing homework. If there is a really good TV show on that they want to watch, a play date with a favorite friend, a couple of friends, or they just want to play around on the iPad for a number of hours, then this is likely what they will tell you. Yes, they did all the homework, or at least they will, tomorrow, on the school bus. I need to go pee. Next, you have the one that uses the toilet as a getaway free card. This is often part of a ruse perpetuated by younger children ages 3 to 6, when you've just put them to bed. It is also commonly used for getting out of a scolding. They have realized that they can stall just a bit longer, so they swear that their bladders are full. You, the loving parent, then relents and lets them get out of their beds to go to the washroom, only to hear them laughing, playing, or just wandering around the house. I'm going to listen or behave. The fact that they are saying this means that they have been warned incessantly by you about the importance of towing the line. Although, unfortunately, they don't have any plans of listening or behaving. It's just something your kid will say so that you'll take him somewhere you don't plan on taking him to. That is the main reason he solemnly agreed. In the words of Admiral Akbar, it's a trap. Jani or Jani is allowed to. This is another trick to make you feel guilty. You may have just told your child no, absolutely not. Maybe they just asked if they could go to a party, get the latest iPhone, or eat candy for dinner every night. Telling you that their friend gets to do all of these things, and sometimes more, should be able to convince you to allow him to go wherever, eat whatever, or get a fancy new gadget, right? This is the biggest form of manipulation in their book. Apparently, they think that you should be easily swayed with the knowledge that other 6-year-olds in your child's peer group are allowed to live out the you only live once lifestyle and philosophy. Don't buy it. I'm thirsty. I need to have a glass of water. While you have excused yourself from having a fun-filled outing to help your child with their homework, you make a startling discovery. That same child just happens to be perpetually thirsty and restless. This being thirsty has proved to be a distraction and an obvious excuse to your child who wants to avoid doing his homework. I am too tired. I need to go to sleep. Let's say you have decided to sit down with your kid and assess the progress in their studies. You will find that the same day was just the most tiresome day for him or her, and they just can't stay awake another minute. The notebook is with my friend. When most of the answers your child has written in their test paper were wrong and you need to compare it with their notebook, or maybe you just want to check their progress in their schoolwork, you find what a good Samaritan your child really is. He actually lent his notebook to his friend who was absent the previous day to help them complete their notes. How conveniently kind of them. I won't do that again. This one is another getaway card. This line starts to rain the exact same moment your child understands that he or she can't get away with just a sorry anymore, and that they need to make you believe in their good intentions for the future. This is just what the child would say. I am going for group study to my friend's house. Yes, the child may actually be going to their friend's house. Yes, there is a group involved. No, they won't be studying. On quite a number of occasions, children tend to manufacture get-togethers for group studies at a friend's home, get this, when the friend's parents are away. This just conveniently provides the perfect opportunity for a party. I was just browsing for some study materials. No sooner than when you step into the room, your child immediately forgets that he was busy on social media chatting away merrily with his friends. If he is really fast, then all the tabs of the browser are closed, the computer is shut down, and there's a book open on their lap. I am telling the truth. If your child is as good as the ones we've met, then this sentence would be voiced with the utmost sincerity. This one is used when you suspect that your child is lying and they know that they are walking on thin ice. I am studying. Then you have the studious ones. Just before their exams are about to begin, because they won't read on normal days and you need to go out and attend an event, you tell your kid to study. And every time you call to check, they give you this oft-repeated line to pacify you. I have an extra class and will be late. If there is a theater in town that is screening your child's favorite star's movie, you may get to hear from him that he has some extra special classes to attend in school. What he is leaving out is that there would also be some popcorn involved. But everyone else failed too. This is an ever-ready excuse when you confront your child about the angry red letter D on his report card. Well, Dad, everyone else failed too. The teacher just gave us tough questions. And believe me, 37 was like the best score in the whole class. But Dad said I could do it. It is always best to check with your spouse just when your kids use this one. Try to make sure your kid is not using this as an excuse. Well, Mom, Dad actually did say I could. He may not remember that he did, but trust me, he definitely did. We didn't get our grades yet. This one is used when they are trying to hide their scores from you. And if we keep our fingers crossed, then they would probably not hand them over till we graduate. Yeah, there were totally parents there. Well, at some point in time, yes, there were actually adults in the house, but just not when the party started, so technically it's not really a lie. It won't cost you that much, just a couple $100 or $1,000, no biggie. It's not the same as millions, right? I saved the best for last, but first I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it. It really works. But I never got your call. Let's say your kid is late in coming home and you ring them to find out what happened. No answer. You ring again, but there's still no response. You get so worried and stressed out, hoping they are fine. Then finally, as they walk in, thankfully safe, you ask him why he did not pick up your call. What you should expect is that he would utter this line with such conviction that you may wonder if you really did make the call. Oh, I never got your text or call or message, even though I am on my phone all day long. Weird, right? While realizing your child has picked up the habit of lying, know that all is not lost. With proper guidance, you would be able to help your child kick this bad habit and handle this behavior better. Hope you liked this video. You did? Then give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video with all your family and friends. Thanks for watching, and have an excellent day.